Continuing where we left off, we had to keep driving due to all campgrounds in Grand Teton being closed for winter. But that meant we made it to Yellowstone, so not too bad. We got our pictures with the sign at the south entrance and then continued into the park. Because it was early November at the time, there was no one at the gate, so we checked to confirm the campground we wanted was still open and continued on. Mammoth is the only campground in Yellowstone open year-round, and in winter it is first come, first serve. The bad news was it was still another 90 miles away, literally in another state, Montana. For those that are unaware, Yellowstone is technically stretched across 3 states, Idaho, Wyoming, and Montana, and there are 5 different entrances very far apart. As we continued driving, the effects from the berry fire of July 2016 were very apparent. It actually began in Grand Teton and burned over 20,000 acres before coming north. Once in Yellowstone, the fire, which started from a lightning spark, burned over 7,000 acres. Fire management and precipitation at higher elevations eventually dampened the flames. We stopped for a few quick picks, knowing that we would still have a few days here to get more. As we climbed in elevation, we saw our first freeze and snowfall at Isa Lake, the Continental Divide, where on one side of the divide, water flows to the Gulf of Mexico, and on the other, it flows to the Pacific Ocean. Soon things got even more exciting. We're the 3 best friends that anyone
Don't get too close to
could
me,
have.
baby.
Actually, there's 4 of them.
Oh my god.
This could be a minute.
Holy shit.
What? Oh my god.
So it's like a whole thing. So let's just do it tomorrow. It'll be fine. This is the main part of the park people want to see. We're going to come back to it.
Do you see the geothermal activity? Geothermal activity. We're on top of the world's largest supervolcano.
And to the left, we have geothermal pools that are great for melting.
This is so freaking dope. It's like the ground is smoking. It's like right up to the edge. So cool.
He's so cute.
They are so freaking cute. They're like trying to catch up to that other one.
I love them. I love them so much. Oh my god, I love you.
Okay, we should be close to the campground. Just FYI. Because that was Mammoth Hot Springs, so we're like basically in Mammoth now.
The Mammoth Hot Springs Historic District includes many structures from the late 1800s and early 1900s when the U.S. Army administered the park as Fort Yellowstone. It gets its name for the impressive size of the hot springs. Not unsurprisingly, this area of Yellowstone has long been known to the indigenous community as well. To the Crow, it was Land of the Burning Ground, or Land of Vapors. To the Blackfeet, it was known as Many Smoke. To Flatheads, it was Smoke from the Ground. And to the Kiowa, it was the place of hot water. Unfortunately, the establishment of Yellowstone National Park in 1872 by President Ulysses S. Grant spelled the end of indigenous occupation within the park's boundaries. A short distance away was the road to Mammoth Campground. We arrived and read instructions including all of the bear warnings for the area. Since it was self-serve during winter, we left our payment in the box and headed to choose our spot for the night. The campsites were sparsely occupied, so we headed up to the best view and decided on spot 60. Because the sun was quickly setting, we thought it best to get dinner started before we had to turn our generator off for the 8 p.m. curfew. After a long drive, it's time to make dinner.
Thank you.
No onions.
I don't know. What do you think? Do you think it goes with the asparagus and the potatoes? I love onions.
Pot pie was on the menu. Lori loves to use her air fryer in the camper van. It turned out awesome, as my wife's cooking always does.
I want to eat. Thank you. I'm sorry. Thank you for cooking. The first scoop.
Unfortunately, our oldest dog Ella got super sick during the night, which quickly got complicated with the potential predators of bears, wolves, and mountain lions lurking while out walking her. After a quick breakfast, we made the decision for safety on night 2 with a sick pup, just to put up the cash for a hotel room so we could take her out multiple times without as high of threats so close by potentially preying on our elderly dog. The plus side, our new elk neighbors.
Oh, that bush is delicious. I got a scritch.
Stay tuned for part 2.